Thank you very much. Talking of immigration, a Labour MP has attacked the government's tightening of the benefit system for migrants, calling the changes dangerous. The new rules were brought in yesterday as restrictions on Bulgarians and Romanians' right to work in the UK were lifted. Today, our cameras witnessed an operation in central London by immigration officers against 3 European migrants. The type of exercise the Home Office says takes place on a daily basis. Our North of England correspondent Kieran Jenkins has this report.
Some muscle to accompany the government's tough rhetoric on EU migrants. In Marble Arch earlier, a handful of immigrants, who knows where from, are rounded up. The hysteria would have it that an army of migrants from Bulgaria and Romania is on its way to beg, to steal and sponge benefits. And they'll be heading to places like this, Normanton in Derby, an area already transformed thanks to the first wave of migrants from Eastern Europe.
We're talking about 4,000 migrants.
4,000 Roma migrants
yes.
here. Like Michael, a former Czech police officer, the arrivals here have been mostly Roma, a much maligned community beginning to feel somewhat singled out. So the government isn't saying this is about Roma people, but...
They're saying about the European migrants.
But do you feel that they really are talking about Roma people?
Yes, because they're always targeting Romania and Bulgaria at the moment. And under the lines, definitely, we know that they are talking about Roma.
Hello. Hi. Michael wants me to meet a woman who he says is not at all the Roma stereotype. Margita came here from Slovakia with her family 7 years ago.
When we came here for the first time, we didn't claim anything, because my husband used to work and he's working. And we have had our own money.
But how does it feel then to be kind of almost just sort of thrown in with them in this stereotype? You know, would you ever beg?
Never.
Margita's extremely ambitious. Her husband's a welder. Her children are at school and university. She would like other Roma migrants to follow her lead.
If somebody wants to come here, they need to understand English. Sometimes makes me headache because of the people. Some people, you know, they haven't got job and they're just coming here to take advantage.
New rules hurried in by the government now supposedly make it more difficult for migrants to take advantage. No unemployment benefit for the first 3 months, for example. Labour's leadership says it's too little, too late. Derby North's Labour MP, though, is refusing to toe the party line. Do you support the changes?
Well, I think they're very dangerous, to be honest with you. I mean, I think we need to learn the lessons of history and look at how migration into the country has actually enriched Britain and has actually helped to grow the economy.
People say that Eastern European migrants come here because they want to beg, because they want to commit crime, or they want to sponge off our benefit system. Do you believe that?
No, I think that's an absolute nonsense, to be honest with you. There's a lot of hyperbole about this. Some extremist right-wing groups make that, and I think it's very regrettable when some members sitting on the government benches make such lurid claims.
That's not to say there aren't challenges. I hear of squalid conditions and overcrowding.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Please.
But those willing to appear on camera want only to show me the best of this community.
See many comments like from white people, like send them all to home.
But in Petra Budiova's kitchen, I hear why so many Roma feel reluctant to speak out. Petra's 22 from Slovakia. She's been taking the pulse of the community here on behalf of a local charity.
I had a woman and she was from, I think it was Polish, and she keeps saying that opposite her house lives white people. They keep like chucking eggs to her windows.
People are targeted because that's where they're from and that's who they are?
Yeah.
Because we couldn't just live there and be targeted every day.
Wherever the Roma have gone, they've faced hostility. Britain, says Michael, is no different.
And I was always thinking that UK is the country where I can finally live as a human, to not hide my ethnicity or nationality.
And yet he and others here expect this Roma community to grow. No matter how tough the government tries to make it, it cannot, they reason, be tougher than the lives they leave behind. Kieran Jenkins, Channel 4 News, Derby.